The National Democratic Congress is calling on clergymen, CSOs and key stakeholders to come out and reject the proposed legislative instrument seeking to restrict the importation of some 22 selected items. The party says it will continue to mount pressure on government to ensure the LI is not passed. Citi News' Akusia Ochre has more in this report.
The proposed legislative instrument mandates importers of 22 restricted items, including poultry, rice, sugar, diapers, and offal, to obtain licenses from a committee established by the Minister of Trade and Industry. The opposition party argues that passing this LI could foster corruption among government appointees. Minority Leader in Parliament, Dr. Kaisel Atuforsing, emphasized during the Moment of Truth series in Accra that their opposition also stems from their government's lack of domestic capacity for local production.
Unfortunately, the regulatory framework proposed by the LI is not only opaque, but can lend itself to arbitrariness and abuse. Clearly, the proposed legislative instrument on the import restrictions is completely unwarranted and unwelcome. We in the NDC cannot welcome this legislative instrument. Already, importers and business community have amply demonstrated how these regulations lack broad consultation and consensus. We call on the Trade Union Congress, the TUC, the civil society organizations, the CSOs, traditional authorities, the clergy, such as the Catholic Bishop Conference, the Apostolic Fathers, and all clergy, chief imam, and everyone else, and all progressive forces to speak up and join the NDC minority to reject this obnoxious import restriction regulation.
The NDC is additionally concerned that passing the legislative instrument might violate the terms of the current International Monetary Fund program that Ghana is participating in.
The proposed regulations gravely offend some international trade treaties and protocols that Ghana has signed up to. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also say that this very LI breaches the IMF agreement that Ghana has recently agreed with the International Monetary Fund. That says clearly that Ghana, within the course of the program, cannot sign on to any import restriction policy.
The opposition National Democratic Congress has made its stance clear on the legislative instruments currently laid before Parliament. It wants the LI withdrawn with immediate effect, and they are calling on Ghanaians to rally behind them to fight for this cause. Reporting for Citi News from the national headquarters of the NDC here in Accra, I am Akusia Ochre.